Hi everyone. Well, I always say that I'm going to keep people updated, and I prefer to do it on this channel than the other one. And I had my first test in 6 months on my cancer. And so I'm going to tell you where I'm at. So it's been a while since I've had any blood work done now, and I have had any tests. So the doctor called me up when I got home, in fact the very next day I got home, and scheduled my first blood work test, and also scheduled me for a CT scan and then follow-up. Now the good news is I have been 2 years right now clear. I had that little scare when they thought they saw something, and I had to go for a colonoscopy and get it all checked out, but all that turned out to be fine. Everything is just elevated levels for something else, and it had nothing to do with the cancer, which was really good news because that's where the cancer started on my journey 6 years ago, before it started spreading to all my other body parts that decided to say, hey, here we come, we're gonna go visit the rest of your body. So yeah, so when I heard that, that one got me a little nervous when I had heard that. But I did my blood work, and now since that last scare, I've learned what to look for in all my blood tests when they come back, and levels and things like that. And so this test here is a good indication if you have any cancer in your blood system at all. A certain level, you will be over, I believe it's 0.5 of something. They want you to be less than 0.5. And I was 0.2, which is exactly where I was last time as well, when they announced that I was clear. So that's good news. My blood work's showing no new signs of anything, elevated levels of any cancer in my system. I obviously still will have cancer somewhere in my system. It spread too far to my body, colon, liver, lungs. It's there. It's going to be microscopic, but it's still there. But it's at least showing no signs of, in the blood work, of increasing. Now I have to go for a CT scan. That won't be until either early January or the week between Christmas and New Year's. And then we'll see what the results are from that. But I'm thinking positive, as I always do. But it's always a little... It's always a little nerve-wracking, right? Because you just never know. You can keep all the, hopes and faith that you can and all that. Like if you followed me through my journey of my first diagnosis, and saw at one point on the channel how horrible I got. Like my hair was gone, I had blotches on my face, it was not a good scene. And then, it got better and things recovered, and I got off of chemo and I got off radiation, and things got better and better and better, until I look like the scruffy guy you see before you now. But yeah, I'm here. I'm going to be heading out again shortly, and once again my son will be moving back in to look after my house. He loves it when I go away for long trips because he gets my house rent-free while he's here. So I have like 3 more cruises starting, well, I fly out again next weekend, and really looking forward to it. I get to see a couple old friends again, some people very close to me, for different reasons, and you'll see them on the other channel, maybe even on this one if we sit down. But I'm really looking forward to it. That's one of the things I really enjoyed on my last cruise. Just my 2-day cruise. Out of my 30 days of cruising, one of them was a 2-day cruise on the Celebrity Apex, and I was with friends from my travel agency. I was with Pat and Ian and Terry. I ran into Captain Kate, and so it felt like I was with my family kind of thing. I was with friends that I knew, and we were enjoying the cruise, having dinner together, watching shows together, and just having a good time. And I kind of missed that on my other cruises. I met lots of people, had a good time, went to dinner with a bunch of people in the cruise that I met on the cruise. And just, hey, would you like to go to dinner? Sure, let's go to dinner. Let's try the steakhouse. And we went to the steakhouse. That kind of stuff. I do that all the time. But it's not quite the same as people that you know all the time, right? That you're friends with on a regular basis. Like if Tony and I are and Jenny are on a cruise. It's like best friends going on a trip, right? So I'm really looking forward to this because Alicia is one of my best friends ever. And I get to see an old cruise friend in an upcoming cruise. And that's all I'm going to say about that one, because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I don't want this person to know I'm coming. So yeah, and I also don't want Alicia to know anything that I might have surprises planned. Because I don't need her to blow any surprises, although it's nothing like the last surprise. The last surprise I did for Alicia was on the Celebrity Edge. If you remember that, I snuck on, I booked this side-by-side Sky Suite cabins for that one. And I had never even stayed in a Sky Suite before. And so that was my surprise. Hey, I booked Sky Suite because we got super good prices. Super good prices. It made no sense not to be in a Sky Suite with the amenities they gave us. And we ended up having $1,200 in onboard credits for booking that. And the stateroom only cost us like $300 per person more than the regular balcony would have been. It was a no-brainer. So I'm trying to think of anything I can possibly do to surprise her on this, but I think the surprise for her on this one will be just seeing the size of our first cruise together, which is going to be an Oasis class cruise ship. Remember, this will only be her second cruise, if you don't count the little 3-day cruise she was on once with me before. So she's going to be amazed at the amount of things on an Oasis class ship. We've booked these shore excursions, but I have a feeling she's going to want to explore the ship more than she's going to want to do the shore excursions. So we'll see what happens with that. So stay tuned for some of those. I'm hoping that she's not as camera shy as she was the last time we got together, but it would be really nice if you could see her reaction to, as a first time, really a first cruiser kind of thing, her reaction to the large ships and to the certain things that we're going to be doing. Because a lot of people, when they see that, they just go, yeah, you know what? Now that I see how excited and how fun that is, I want to do it too. And I find that when I go cruising with people who've never cruised before, and I can get them out of their comfort zone, like, hey, let's go zip lining, or let's go speed boating, and let's go do this. Once they do it, they want to do it more and more and more. And that really is part of the joy of cruising and part of the joy of showing people for the first time a lot of experiences. So fingers crossed, I can work out all my surprises. I'll keep you updated with my updated medical stuff that's going to come up either late in this year or early next year. But I'm presuming everything will be fine. I don't feel any changes other than I'm packing on the pounds still. Well, maintaining my pounds, I guess. I haven't really put them on or off. But since cruising, that's my next challenge. When I get back from this cruise is to get back to real cruising weight. And I'm going to have a little bit of time to do that. I'm going to focus on that heavily after the holidays, but not before. Because I'm going to eat like there's no eating ever, because it's the holidays.